Hello everyone, this is Amrit Pal, founder of Amrit Pal Vision. Today I am here with my three students who went to Germany in 2019 for doing their bachelor's in Germany. They have done their student colleague in Germany, like one of my student Nietzsche already completed student colleague, he has given his FSP. Other two students, they are still into student colleague in TU Berlin. So today the motive to make this video and to get them here in our office again because they are here in India to visit their parents. So I thought to make a video so that you guys can understand that how bachelor's in Germany works, how student colleague in Germany works, how German language, learning German language in Germany works. So the motive of this video is that this video will solve all your major doubts related to study in Germany. So we will be starting with the introduction of three students. We will start with Nietzsche Bavishi.
Hi. Hello everybody. My name is Nietzsche Bavishi. I went to Germany in January 2020. Before going to Germany, I learned the language till A2 with Amrit sir. And after going to Germany, I learned the language till C1. And thereafter, I gave the entrance exam, which one says in German Aufnahmeprüfung, and then I got an admission in TU Berlin, where I did my student colleague, and thereafter I gave after completion of student colleague, I appeared for the FSP. That's the final exam which one gives when one is done with student colleague, and then I cleared it successfully. And right now currently I'm preparing, I'm applying myself in different universities.
So Jainil, please tell our viewers something about yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Jainil Patel. I have completed my 12th back in 2019 from Telangana. As I was planning to go to Germany, I have contacted Amrit Pal sir and done my A1 and A2 level. Then after all the procedure, I was in Germany on 2nd Feb 2020. Then I have appeared my Aufnahme test and have cleared it on July.
It was August maybe, yeah.
Yeah, in August.
August.
And got the admission for student colleague. Dev is also my classmate.
Yeah.
We are in the same class. So Dev, please tell something about yourself.
Yeah, hello, my name is Dev Joshi and I completed my 12th in 2019 as well from Ahmedabad. And after that I was planning to study physics in research field. So one of my close friends suggested me to go to Germany, and this is when Amrit sir came in. So yeah, I did my language with him, my visa procedure, everything. He took care of everything. And later I went to Germany in October 2019, where after completing my A1 and A2 in India, I continued with B1 and B2 in Germany. Later I appeared for student colleague Aufnahme test in August 2020, and I cleared it, and then I got admission into TU Berlin. And I've been there since the past 1 year. I was with Nietzsche at the start, but in the first semester, after all the examination, I scored 1 point less in German, which would have been good if if it was in any other subject, but it is a German course, and if you score anything less in German, you need to repeat the whole semester. So right now I'm with Jainil in we cleared our first semester, and right now I'm in my second semester, which will start in after this vacation semester break when I go back to Germany.
So he is trying to say that that he has, failed in German in his student colleague first semester. Actually, Dev and Nietzsche were the classmate in TU Berlin, but in Germany, if you do the student colleague, if you get some less marks in, for example, in physics, chemistry, maths, or in computer science, that is okay. But you cannot score less marks in German. Okay. So that's why TU Berlin has told him that, okay, look, your German is not too good, so you have to again repeat your one semester. And Nietzsche has cleared his first semester easily because he did his German language till C1 level. Yeah. But I don't know why they didn't completed their C1 level in Germany, although they have paid the fees for it. Yeah. But I don't know why they haven't completed C1 level. But Nietzsche has already completed his C1 level before going to student colleague and before appearing in Aufnahmeprüfung also. So that's why Neej was having a plus point because he never failed in any of semester. But due to not good in German, they have failed him, and they again told Dave that please do your first semester once again so that you
Yeah.
improve your German. Right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
So I mean, I failed because I mean, a requirement for Studienkolleg Aufnahmetest, which is the entrance exam, is a B2 level in almost all the universities. Some universities also have B1 level require a B1 level qualification, because it's not like IIT or anything. In Germany, if you want to study in Studienkolleg, every university has their own criteria for Aufnahmetest, and you need to apply in different universities for that. So yeah, we got the offer letter from TU Berlin when we were here. And yeah, later when we went there, I studied my B1 and B2, but I was too lazy to study for C1 because I mean, yeah, it's the last level and it's very difficult to study that. So I studied up till the requirement, and that's why I mean I lacked the skills, German skills.
Okay, so see, as I told you that this video is for the students who are coming to Germany for doing their Studienkolleg, right?
Yeah.
So I want a single tip from your side that what an aspiring student who is coming to Germany should do, or till how much level they should complete German before they get into Aufnahmeprüfung.
So as I already told you that universities require B1 or B2 level for interest Aufnahmetest, but I mean if you complete the C1 level, it is better for yourself because you will be fluent in German, you will face lesser difficulties, and you will have your vocabulary skills expanded because the language levels like C1 are more about vocabulary than about grammar because you study grammar till B2. And I mean, I think Neej might be able to explain it better because he has done his C1 level and he completed all the process, I mean, very easily. And yeah, so Neej.
Yeah, so as he already mentioned that by doing C1 level, one can enhance one's vocabulary and stuff. But yeah, I would like to say that according to me, the important thing is to have an interest while learning German, and not to do because you have to do.
Yeah.
One should see an opportunity that one is getting something new, and after all, German will help the students who are coming for bachelors to learn all the stuff. And as we already know that the guys who are coming there and doing participating in German taught programs have more opportunities compared to the people who are doing their course in English language. So yeah, I would like to say that not all the people should should learn the language till C1, but one should at least do the language till B2 so that he is clear with all the concepts. As he already mentioned that C1 is not more than some parts of it's a bit higher version of B2.
Yeah.
There one learns a lot of new words, as well as the grammar is a bit different, and one has to practice it more in order to master the language. So yeah, I feel that one should have a interest in learning the language and should focus completely on German rather than focusing on other subjects.
Yeah.
So Neej, what I believe is that you able to finish your German language and you did your Aufnahmeprüfung, you passed in Aufnahmeprüfung in just one go.
Yeah.
You might have seen many students who didn't even complete Aufnahmeprüfung or who didn't even pass the Aufnahmeprüfung.
Yeah.
So I believe that if you have done your C1 level, and I think so that is the great thing that you achieved your merits, you got the merits in Aufnahmeprüfung, you got into TU Berlin, then you didn't even failed in one semester because I think so that you were having C1, that's why you didn't fail in German language. So that's why you were able to complete your Studienkolleg in just one go.
Yeah.
And I also want to tell you something about Neej. In 2019, when he was studying with us in A1 and A2, right? So he failed in A1 exam, but that was not his mistake because he did his A1 bit intensively. He finished his A1 in 25 to 30 days, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I still remember that he failed in A1. He scored less than 60 marks because 60 is the passing marks here in Goethe Zentrum. So he told me that, sir, I failed. I told, don't worry, this is just the first trial. You go for it. And he scored very good marks in A2. And I'm also very proud of him that he completed his C1 level in Germany. And none of my students, that
Yeah.
they paid the fees, right?
Yeah.
He also paid the fees for C1. He also paid the fees for C1. But they didn't complete it C1. I don't know why. I will ask them after this interview. But yes, Neej has followed my timeline, and he was able to complete all the things into a timely manner.
Yeah, and moreover, sir, when we started with the learning, with the language learning, we all were. We were all feeling boring and stuff, and we wanted to get rid of this, and that was my approach those days. But as I gave the A1 exam second time, my approach changed, and something motivated me that no, I have to. It's better when I see this as an opportunity and not as not like pressure or something. Yeah, and
So Dev, tell me that you went to Germany from in the batch of 2019. He went to Germany. He was the first student in 2019 batch that he went to Germany.
Yeah.
So tell me, what did you do as soon as you reached Germany? And still, see, you already completed your A1 and A2 level here in India. And what took you to complete just B1 and B2? You were having enough time to complete C1 level. See,
Yeah.
this is a case study.
Yeah.
You have to be very open to the students, because students are also planning to come to Germany, and Germany is right now trending country for international students.
yes.
Yeah.
So I want you to give a perfect example that why you didn't completed your C1 level.
Yeah, I mean, when I started with German, my German was very good. As my A1, I scored very good marks in A1 in the first go, with A2 as well. And when I reached there, my language school suggested that I can directly sit into B1 without repeating any language levels. So I did my B1 in 6 weeks, and my B2 took like 3 months because we had a Christmas break in between. So that is actually 8 weeks, but it took a month more because of the breaks. And later in February, I gave my B2 level exam, and after clearing it, I started with my C1. But I was too overconfident to start with my C1 because I cleared it very easily. I mean, the other levels. And later I realized that my vocabulary isn't that good, because I should have, repeated A2 because I had the opportunity to do it. I had the time because my semester was starting in September. But I felt C1 felt a little difficult to me at the start, and later because of the COVID regulations, I had to study my whole course online. And yeah, studying online isn't that fun.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
can't interact with the teachers directly. So
Right.
yeah, I dropped in C1.
Okay. So now tell me about Neej. We'll ask Neej about Aufnahmeprüfung. So
Yeah.
what was the level of Aufnahmeprüfung? What students should prepare? What generally I tell my students that complete your 10th, 11th, 12th max, and you will be able to complete or you will be able to crack your Aufnahmeprüfung very easily. So I also suggested you when you went to
Yes.
Germany in 2019. So I want the word of mouth from you that what are the subjects, what students should take care of when they appear in Aufnahmeprüfung.
So I feel that we have been learning mathematics since 12 to 13 years, and I think one would not face any problem while preparing for the mathematics. But the main important thing is German. So I would say that when one has done the language till C1 level, it's pretty much easier to attempt this Prüfung and clear that. So I would say that one should only focus on the Deutsch, and I would say it would be really better and it would be really beneficial when you have the knowledge of this language till C1 level, and then when you appear for the Aufnahmeprüfung, you would definitely feel good, and that and you will be confident that you will definitely clear it, because the thing which is being asked in Aufnahmeprüfung is pretty much similar to that what one learns while preparing for C1 level.
Okay. So now tell me about the student collegia. So what were the subjects and what was the difficulty level of student collegia? Like, what was the level of maths, physics, chemistry, information technology, or German?
Okay. So first of all, for those who are not familiar with this student colleague is a preparatory course which those people who are coming directly after 12th to Germany have to attend, and one learns physics, chemistry, maths, Deutsch, and computer science in German. So coming to the level of these subjects and what is being taught there, I would say that mathematics, physics, and chemistry are much similar to what we have learned in our high school, and the only thing which one has to focus is Deutsch, and the level of Deutsch is C1. So when if a person has learned the language till C1, it's beneficial for him, and he can easily score marks, and he doesn't need to put efforts on other subjects because he has already mastered, or I would say he has already come across these subjects and has a bit knowledge of what is being taught in high school and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Dev, please tell our viewers that what is the difficulty level of Aufnahme, because you have cleared your Aufnahme in one go.
Yeah.
And also explain them about the difficulties you have faced during your student colleague. Yes,
Yeah.
you passed your Aufnahme in one go, but I remember that you told me, sir, I'm facing difficulties in my first year or in my first semester in student colleague.
I mean, first of all, I completed my Aufnahme with B2 level certification. I mean, yeah, the Aufnahme test is easy because when you study high school mathematics and you're good at it, you won't face any difficulties in the Aufnahme test. And the German part is also, I mean, a bit difficult with the Hörverstehen and all, with the listening and all. But if you study it, I mean, you have the pattern given on the TU Berlin website. So if you prepare accordingly, you won't face any big difficulties. And I remember he had only completed his B1, and he cleared the Aufnahme test also in the one go. Yeah, and during the student colleague years, I faced difficulties because I didn't complete my C1 level before getting into student colleague. And I thought, I mean, in student colleague they teach us the C1 level in German, which is DSH, and I thought I would study it later while doing my student colleague. But all the other subjects like mathematics, physics, chemistry, and computer science are in German, and the professors won't speak any English words or any other language. They would just start with German, and the entire lectures will be completely of German. So first 2 weeks I had no idea what was going on. Yeah, that is why I recommend that people should at least complete till C1 level, and that would be beneficial for them before starting student colleague.
So right now the next question would be for Neej. Neej, explain our viewers about FSP, Verstellungsprüfung.
So FSP is an exam which one appears at the end of student colleague. It's a final exam of student colleague, and in student colleague there are 5 subjects: Deutsch, mathematics, physics, chemistry, and computer science. But when you give FSP, you have to choose choose between physics and chemistry. I choose for physics, and I would say that the level of these subjects is not that hard. One can easily score in subjects like physics and mathematics, but one only needs to focus on Deutsch.
Yeah.
So Deutsch is, as he already mentioned, it has a level of C1. So when one has already done learned the language till C1, it's a bit easier for him to give this exam and to clear it.
So Dev, tell us about your daily schedule during your student colleague year.
So yeah, when my student colleague started back in September 2020, the classes were offline because the lockdown was over, and the second wave didn't hit until December. So we had daily classes for 5 days a week from Monday till Friday, and those lasted from 8 o'clock in the morning and sometimes till the afternoon, and sometimes even till 6 o'clock in the evening. So yeah, my whole day was packed in schooling, and later we all used to do some part-time jobs in the evening to earn some money as well as improve our German language. So those were also on the weekends. So yeah, our schedule was pretty tight on those days.
So Janil, what about you?
I was also working as well as they've said that we have the hectic schedule, and working can also improve our German language,
Yeah.
which has helped pretty well for us to improve our German language as well as to do our student colleague and so on. But needs wasn't working.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So when the Indian embassy back in September 2019, back in November 2019, gave me the visa. It was valid till January 2021.
Yeah.
So when I went to extend my visa, the guy told me that I would not be able to work when I'm not having the visa on my hand.
Yeah.
So around after 2 months, I received the visa. I mean the card, and then I had to appear for the second sem exams. So
Yeah.
I didn't work there. But as they already mentioned, I truly agree with them that one can improve one's language while working.
And mainly our language skills have been improved while communicating with people, because in fact that's how we learned our mother tongues, by communicating with our parents,
Yes.
friends and family. So if you communicate more and more in German language, that will be beneficial for yourself, and you need to get out of your comfort zone in the starting, because we live together, all of us, in a Gujarati household. We communicate in Gujarati, so that was one of the negative points of us, which we would have improved if we had good German friends as well as international students, because not all international students speak English. So we had only one means of communication, which was German. So yeah, later we realized that, and in Student Colleague, after communicating with international students, we improved our German quite far. Yeah.
So Dev, how much you able to earn during your work as a part-time student in Germany?
Yeah, so during my Student Colleague, I used to work in one store, and the basic student jobs are part-time jobs where you can work 20 hours a week, 80 hours a month, and your basic salary starts from 9.5 euros. Mine was 10 euros, so I earned around 800 euros a month.
A month. Means you were able to earn the money what you are spending in Germany. For example, if you spend 600 to 700 euros as a living expenses in Germany, but you were able to earn that money also during your part-time jobs.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So students, I want one unbiased answer from you, a genuine answer.
Mhm.
That what would you recommend to our students who are still planning to come to Germany? That they should do 1 year here in India,
Mhm.
or they should do their student colleague in Germany. So what is your recommendation, Mitch?
I would recommend those people who are coming for bachelor's here to do student colleague and not to do 1 year here, because I feel that the technical terms which are required or which are necessary to do bachelor's are being taught in student colleague. So as one starts with student colleague, one learns everything which is necessary for bachelor's in German. So that's very much important, and when one has done student colleague before doing his or her bachelor's, it's very much beneficial, or I would say very much helpful, as one doesn't have to communicate with other people and ask them what the technical terms mean and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your review?
I think doing bachelor's here in Germany, here in India, is doesn't help, because if you do your student colleague and learn some technical terms in Germany, it will help you, as Neet said, the same. So yeah.
Okay. So Dev, what is your review?
Yeah, I mean, I have the same review as them, and we, in fact, we had a friend who used to live with us, and he's now in his masters, studying in masters, and we communicated with him when he got into the university, and he was like, "You guys are lucky because you are doing student colleague, because you know all the terms, you study all the terms." Because in his first semester he had many difficulties. He's facing many difficulties right now, and because of the German language terms. So yeah, doing student colleague is helpful because we learn all the words for the 1 year, and basically in India we just study for 1 year in any course rather than focusing on what we need to do in Germany. Yeah.
Dev,
Yeah.
what tips you want to give to the aspiring students who are coming to Germany for doing their student colleagues or bachelors?
Yeah. The main thing I want to tell you is that focus on your German language levels and complete them as soon as possible, as nicely as possible. Extend your vocabulary, communicate with people as much as possible in German language, make new friends, international friends, German friends, wherever you can. I mean, if you are in Berlin, Berlin is full of international people, so you can meet them every day. And yeah, don't focus much on jobs, because I've seen people working full time as a student, and I mean, they just go on the wrong path. They just have the greed to earn money, and that's not good, because the main purpose of you is to study there, and jobs are one of the part of your life, but that's not mandatory.
Okay.
So yeah, if you can manage both, you can work, but focus on your studies first.
Good. So I want to give a closing statement of this interview.
Yeah.
I will explain you about their profiles, about their timelines, what we have made, and who has lived up to that timeline. So we'll start with Neej. Neej came to us in 2019. He did his A1 and A2 level with us. Then we applied his German student visa. We got his offer letter from TU Berlin for doing his student colleague. Then he went to Germany and he enrolled in one of the language school in Berlin. He did his B1, B2, C1 level, and then he given his Aufnahmeprüfung in TU Berlin. He cleared it in one go, and he started his student colleague in September 2020. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then in this year, recently he completed his FSP. He scored 2.3 grades, and right now we are helping him to get the admission into one of the TU9s in Germany. We already applied for his admission in KIT, TUM, and Uni Stuttgart. So yes, we are waiting for the answer, and we are sure that he will get his admission into one of those universities. And about Jainil, he came to us again in 2019. All the three students were in the same batch of A1 and A2. But the problem with Jainil was he got his visa after 3 months.
Yeah.
Here in India, we have some issues getting German student visas. Someone gets in 1 month, and some students get in 3 months, 2 months. I even saw the students who got their German student visa after 8 months also.
Yeah.
But that is the one case from 1,000, so not to worry about it. So he went to Germany. He done his B1, B2 level, not C1. Yes, I'm really very angry on both of them that didn't done their C1 level. He did his B1, B2 level in German language school. He given his Aufnahme and he cleared it, and right now he is in his first semester in student colleague. He should be in second semester, but as he told you that he failed in German language, so TU Berlin student colleague has recommended him to again sit in first semester so that he gets all the things clear in German. Because yes, if you get some less marks in mathematics, physics, that is doable, but you cannot get less marks in German. So that's why TU Berlin student colleague has recommended him to again start his semester from the beginning. Same goes with Dave. He went to Germany. He was the first student to land in Germany from the batch of 2019. He did his A1, A2. He got his German student visa in September 2019.
Yeah.
And then he done his B1, B2, and I think so he has completed his B2 in the month of Jan.
In the month of Feb.
In the month of Feb.
Yeah.
And in June 2020, he again appeared for Aufnahmeprüfung. And he cleared it, and he is in TU Berlin. He is also in first semester. He should be in.
I mean, with Neej, I completed my first semester right now, and I'm in my second semester. But my first semester should have been completed in the last one. I mean, in this, what was this?
In probably, I think, should
March. It should
in
have
the-
been in March,
Yeah.
And I would have completed my second semester with him. But in my first semester, I scored less in German as well as like he did in this semester. So I repeated my first semester with him, and now I'm in my second semester. I'll start it in after reaching to Germany.
Okay, so he will
German.
start his first semester,
Second
second semester,
semester.
right?
Yeah.
So again, the most important thing and the trump card to get success in Germany is German language.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I again recommend all the students to complete till C1 level. Forget about the requirement of universities. If they ask B1, yes, that is the requirement, but that is not the guarantee that you will get the seat in student college. Yes, see, getting admission into student college is not the pain point,
Yeah.
but surviving in student college, surviving in your bachelor studies is the pain point. So try to complete your German language till C1 level before you get into any program in Germany. So students, if you want any guidance related to student college or bachelors in Germany, you can always contact us. My name is Amritpal. I'm the founder of Amritpal Vision. My website name is amritpal.com and our YouTube channel is Amritpal Vision. So each and everything you will get from my company, because I also studied in Germany, I lived in Germany, I done my German language from Germany. If you want anything related to Germany, just contact us. There are many students who are going to Germany from us, like they went to Germany. There were 19 students from the batch of 2019 who went to Germany together.
Yeah.
So you will find many friends and you will make many friends with us because there were many similar profiles who would be going with you. So students, bye-bye, take care and all the best. We'll see you in Germany soon. Bye-bye.
All the best.
All the best.